Hey there, fellow gamers. Onerous here with another episode of Dyson Sphere, and I'm just gonna jump right into it because what I want to do, I am going to not do that. We're gonna press X. We're gonna pull that out, and we're just gonna go for a little bit of a fly over to our other planet, and then while we're doing that, we'll have a bit of a chat about what's going on. Oh, it's right there. That is gold, isn't it? All right, so. We last episode we got the swarm. We got the swarm going, and we can actually see the swarm right there. It's quite close to that planet, isn't it? I wonder if the gravity of the planet affects the swarm. Doesn't seem to. Anyway, yes, we got the swarm going, and a few comments. Power mentioned that the swarm is not a great source of energy, not a great source of power, and we're actually kind of in the middle of the swarm now, almost. Yes, not a great source of power, and yeah, look, it's there's a lot of upgrades that we need to do to actually get it there. I do love our hydrogen. Definitely made a big difference on our flight, didn't it? Let's see if we can find where our construction is. Is this even? This doesn't even seem like the planet, does it? But there's silicon. There's iron. Here it is. Whew, man. We're a long way off. I didn't check our power levels, but they're fine. All right. So over here, our power is actually not a problem at the moment, mainly because we wouldn't be charging anything. Although it is. Look at that. It is still a problem. So what I want to do is I want to pop down this here and see if this makes a difference. We should look to see if there is an alignment that would make a better. What is the tilt of this? It is 7 degrees. So if we had it on the pole, it would be, yeah. I mean, clearly that would be a better arrangement, wouldn't it? If we had it at the pole, and somehow we can see the pole. There's a button. There is a button N. There it is. Well, let's go up to here. Let's go up to here. And I assume that's the North Pole. Gosh, I'm like a lot of assumptions here. But if we go into build mode, construction zone flight speed, that's very nice. If we go into build mode, we should be able to see there. Okay, so let's pop this here. Pop this right there, and just hook it up, I guess, and see what happens. We will have to set it to discharge. No, that's the wrong one, isn't it? That is the wrong one. I did it again. Is it? Hang on. Not the ray receiver. Yes, no, it is the ray receiver. That is actually what we want. And we had 2 of them, so I could have put another one elsewhere. All right. So this is generating. I didn't check what it was before, but it's generating a fair bit of power. That is all we need to know. Let's follow this line here, and I don't know. Look, I don't think it matters if we match these things up, but for the sake of prettiness, we'll go and follow the grid lines, won't we? We should be getting to our area shortly, and then I'm hoping this kind of temporarily solves our power problems on this world. Not being able to put it exactly on there, a little bit disappointing, I will say. Alright, I should be probably flying while I'm doing this too. There we go, alright. And suddenly we have 100% satisfaction, which is much better than we had before. Alright. That should allow us to get a bit more titanium and everything mining. It does. All right. Let's also, what I want to do is this. Dump that in there. Whoops, that's not what I want. Dump that in there. Great. Dump that in there. Dump that in there. Come on, don't do that to me. Now, unfortunately, yeah, okay. It does not allow me to pick from all of them from the bottom. That's a little bit annoying. This is very, very important that we do this. It's not really, but you know, our belts just aren't quite up to scratch here. Grab all that and pop it in there. Oh, we've maxed it out. All right, we've maxed it out. That's great. We will grab a couple for ourselves, sort that one, and now we can head back. Power is okay. It's okay. All right, I think that's a better use of our ray receiver than to try and set up the rest of the stuff. There we go. Okay, let's get some speed so we get away from the gravity well, and now we can fly straight. Ish. We're gonna have problems with the gas giant. Okay. Next comment from Power is that I have been totally disregarding vanes utilization, and I couldn't agree more. I will, however, get the first level of... No, that's ridiculous. First level of sales? No. We're even gonna ditch that. We'll go back into it though. We'll go back into it, and they're pretty cheap. But yeah, getting those vane utilizations we want to do. No, hang on. Getting those vane utilizations early is very important, and then we'll do a couple of these levels. We'll queue this up. I'm sure something else will come up in the meantime, and then the next one is purple science. All right, beautiful, and we managed to avoid going off into space while we were in the tech channel. Okay. So that's pretty much it for the main comments. I really should have increased the sail speed, shouldn't I? Bang. All right, and we're there. Look, with our hydrogen fuel cells, I've got to say the difference in that compared to the energetic graphene, definitely on display. Definitely on display there. We barely touched it traveling to and from the planet, and let's get our bearings. This is the bus. Oh, man. Coming back to the planet and having everything fully rotational with no real bearing marks is just takes a while to get your brain back around it. But here we go. We'll grab a few more of these, get a bit closer apparently. How many do we have on us? Oh, we actually have a fair few. We'll pop them in. All right. So, problems we have. First of all, CPUs. CPUs are just garbage. There we go. We did increase it by 1, but we definitely need to fix that. And then the other thing I want to do this episode, well, the main thing I want to do this episode is start looking at some materials. Yes, we're not doing much. We're not doing much insofar as making the belts, the inserters, and the assemblers of the higher level, which I think is where we need to start moving to. We've got this whole bus here. Look, our whole production is stopped because we're just not doing anything. More importantly, why is our science stopped? Let's have a quick run over there. And it is, of course, our organic crystals. But why are we... Is there anything slowing you down, or are you just slow? Just slow. Yeah, kicking along. It is, well... We are still struggling a little bit with our... this stuff, fuel oil. We don't actually have... The thing is, we don't actually have a full belt of fuel oil here. So I don't want to mess it up too much. We did add in another refinery, didn't we? And only 2... Oh, so we added another pump, but only 2 refineries. We could expand that. I think for now, I'm just going to wait on the expansion. We're going to focus. We're going to get one thing done. That's always the key. Focus. And what we're going to get done is we're going to do our mall. We've got a bunch of assembles, which is great. I wouldn't mind getting that automated as well. So let's see, what am I thinking? What am I thinking? Well, as Power pointed out previously, we've got a whole side of this bus that's actually not being used. And if we come up to somewhere about here, I mean, initially the main thing we need is iron and copper. So if we could bring iron and copper off here, we've got steel. We don't have, the one thing we don't have is chips, like the base chips in our mall, but that's okay as well. That's okay. So let's think about this. Let's pop down some land. Another comment from Power, our soil pile is getting low. We're probably going to struggle a bit with the soil pile here, but we will figure it out. We can harvest some using the old, a bit of this. There we go. Immediately we got some. Did it say how much? Yeah, like another 2,000. Just keep doing this. It's pretty slow, but if in need, another 2,000 at a pop. That's it's pretty good, isn't it? There we go. All right, that'll keep us going for a little bit. Yeah, we've got 20,000. It's not great. It's not great, but it'll do. So, first of all, let's figure out how we're actually going to set this up. All right, if we were to bring our ingredients out this way, say we had two belts of ingredients. We'll call that iron and copper, and then a assembler right next to it. That should be able to make something, shouldn't it? Probably going to be chips, I would say. What am I doing? Production assembler. So this could be making chips. Could be making belts, but belts need some other things, don't they? The gear wheels, buildings. All right, so belts need iron and gear wheels, so we'll need gear wheels on a line, and then yeah, that needs some more stuff. We'll get there eventually. The inserters, they need chips, so we'll need. So what I'm thinking here is we then have another line running above this one. And this is going to be gear wheels, and this is going to be chips, because they both only require iron and copper. And what I'm going to do is let's build a couple of these, and these we will use to make our gear wheels and our chips. The thing to remember, of course, is that the production time of these things it's not that important. Where they're not going to be working for most of the game, I would say. There we go, chips and gear wheels. So they'll be going on there. All right. So let's hook this up first of all. That's actually a splitter already. I mean, why not? Why not? So let's go from there out to there, and then I do actually want to bring this one onto that line there, because I think having the iron on the inside is going to be better than the copper on the inside. And then we can go do that, grab one of those, connect it back up, and then bring you out this way, to there, and then connect up. No, come on. This is one thing I don't like, is that it just doesn't like immediately connecting. Like just go forward one more. Like it's pretty obvious how you can do that, and it could have connected to that point there, but anyway, it's a work in progress. It's still going. How are we going to power these? That's very important. I think we are going to go with power inline, and then we can just make sure we've got coverage on everything. All right, these guys need inserters. We're gonna go full ball on this one. You, my friend, need these are crafting speed 1, aren't they? Crafting speed 1, yeah. So those are 0.75. So we probably didn't need to go the full speed, but here we are. These guys need two iron a second, so we'll need another one of these, and they can get away with 1 copper. There we go, and they're just making 1 a second. We probably, because we're going to the further belt from here, we will need a faster inserter for that. And we're using up our fast inserters, but we're going to make more. We're going to make more, that's the thing. All right. So, first things first, let's drop down some belts. Let's get some belts. We've already got belts being built, but these belts are going to turn into better belts. Better belts. And I can see a problem already with our design, but we'll get there. All right. So belts require iron and iron plate. I would love to be able to rearrange my have a favorites toolbar. I think that'd be a fantastic little thing. All right. Next level belts. Next level belts require regular belts and iron. Regular belts and the things, you know, the things, the really fast things. Now, how fast is this? It's doing half a trip a second. I might upgrade that one so we can get one a second. Upgrade, please. Thank you. And that's at least one a second, and that should be what we're making here is 3 a second. Yeah, well, that's fine. That's fine. We can always grab 30 from there. Yeah. Maybe I'll do that. All right, so this is immediately with our design. Having these on both sides, not great. Can you grab off? Oh, interesting. Most interesting. If I hang on. Oh, I'm getting new ideas even as we look at this. Too steep. Angle too wide. Angle too wide. Okay, what if we had? Can you just let me do that? Is this okay? Because if we can actually take stuff from a higher belt, down, no, angle too wide, no, apparently not, too far, too wide, is there? No, it's clearly, yeah, okay. Well, we learnt. Inserters do not appear to enjoy going from high levels for things. That's okay. We'll stick with this arrangement. All right. So that's belts. I am actually gonna leave a power pole. You know what? I'm gonna leave. We've got heaps of space. I am gonna leave enough for say another inserter there, and we're gonna change this guy to inserters. Sorters. There we go. All right. And you need iron and get rid of that. You need iron and chips. So there you go, have some chips. And again, we'll get a box here. Lack of item, yeah, that's fine. Can I not even place it if there's a lack of item? I guess not. Alright, I guess not. Let's see if we can craft a few of these. Handcrafting some engines seems like good use of our time. There we go, alright. Yeah, interesting. Alright. Let's limit this too, by the way. Couple of stacks. We'll get. Honestly, I'm just going to limit that to a few stacks because we're going to be moving to the advanced very shortly. All right. So, popping you there. Power poles. That is also something we will need to build, but they need. Oh man, they need the magnets, which mean, we do have, and honestly, I don't really care if they're super slow. So let's bring the magnets in on that line right there. Just like that. Perfect. All right. Let's get you coming in there. And back in there. All right. And then that wasn't exactly the spot that I was after. Go up one, please, to that point there, and then you can come across and down to somewhere, please. Somewhere, please. All right, and now down. Perfect. And then all the way out to here. Wonderful, 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 wonderful. While that's going, let's steal a few of these from the belt. Apparently I already had 250 in my inventory, so did not need to do that. And now I can craft a bunch of power poles. And we can get that going. Okay. In fact, what I want to do with you... no, that's fine, that's fine. Again, I just feel like leaving a bit of a space next to it is going to be nice. You, my friend, no longer make those, and you're going to make power poles. Do we need... Interesting. Do we need the high-level power poles for this? We do. Okay. Alright. Let's copy that over to here. Whether we need those fast inserters? Probably not. Especially because we are doing this at a fairly slow rate. I will put a faster one in there, though. There we go. Okay. Power poles, yeah, look, 2 stacks of power poles. Plenty. Alright, so, belts, inserters, belts, sorters, power poles, and assemblers is what we want now. What do we need to make assemblers? It seems like it's going to have something more requirement. I mean, we have it. That is everything we need. Ridiculous, isn't it? These, yeah, two stacks. 2 stacks will be plenty. 2 stacks. Why not? So this will be, we'll go 1, 2, 3, and then pop it there. That leaves room for another one next to it. Just trying to future-proof. We've got so much space to build with. There's no point going small on this one. So we'll keep this going. One thing to remember: priority order is always going to be from the bus out. So this is always going to get the materials first. As you can see, it's like chonking through the iron. And hopefully soon we can upgrade some belts to make sure we get a little bit more iron. But for now, this is working out well. And unfortunately, yeah. Well, there's a few mistakes there. I would have should have used a different sort splitter than this one, and then we could have incorporated the top belt into this. But here we are. Alright, so let's get this guy working. He needs one of all of these, so we actually need to get rid of one of these. And we go there, and there. And that should get you operational. I mean, again, speed, not crucial. The fact that we're like holding back on gear wheels, it's fine. If we make one of these a minute, at some point we might use way more than that, but for the vast majority of the time, we're not placing down assemblers. Now is definitely an exception. We're placing down lots of assemblers. What else do we want to make? So, power. No. I think these things they'll have their own production when we need them. Mining machines and oil extractors. I just don't think we use enough. At this point. Maybe mining extractors, because we have everything we need for the mining extractors. So they're not a high priority though. Remember we were talking about priority. Splitters definitely a priority. And in some instance, I would say probably more of a priority for us. More of a priority for us than these. So what I'm going to do is I'm going to put this over here. I am going to cancel the production on that one. We'll get all of the assemblers out of there. And this goes to assemblers. Yep, I'm happy with this. This is going to go to splitters, which I think are a little more useful. Same requirements though. Same requirements. We're out of iron. Yep, we're out of iron because we are just we're plowing through. We're plowing through. It'll even itself out. Yeah, the belts are almost saturated. Okay, so we have splitters. We have assemblers. What else? What else do we need? What else do we need? Storage. I mean, yeah, we probably do. We don't have stone. We do not have stone. Is there any like stone just nearby? That'd be pretty great, wouldn't it? The answer to that is definitely no. The answer to that is no. All right, we're kind of in a bit of a void for materials. A bit of a void over there. We could, I mean, if we wanted, we could logistics them across, but maybe we'll just avoid it for now. We will want it because yes, it does have an upgrade. So 30 to 60 slots. Yeah, well, I guess that's worth it. It actually doesn't need. Interesting. It doesn't upgrade from the Mark 1s. It just goes straight to Mark 2s. Maybe that's what we would do. We would just go straight to Mark 2s. All right. Yes, level 2s. We do want smelters. Smelters. Again, it's the stone. There are a lot of things that need stone. There's some stone and glass. Those things. How did we make the requirements for that one? What are they? Plasma exciters, which is prisms, which is glass. Prisms and our magnetic coils. Yeah, we could be needing them. For now, though, I think this is where we want to be. Transportation. We definitely want to have some production of this, but I think that's going to require a little bit more than our little basic area here. Matrix hubs, nah. Our ray receiver, we're pretty good on that. All right. Whew, okay. I'm okay with this. Now what we want to do is expand to level 2s. So, level 2 belts, what do you require? Is the, whatever those things are, the type of engines, electromagnetic turbines. So, we need electromagnetic turbines for level 2 belts. And for level 2 sorters, we need just regular engines. Regular electric motors. Okay, now the electric motors turn into the turbines. So if we had a row of engines coming in, which we could make some engines at the end of this line. I think that's probably getting a little bit crazy though. We definitely need a new line of iron for the next lot. Electric motors into those. So that would get us the level 2 belts, level 2 sorters, level 2 assemblers, graphene and CPUs, both of which we have on the belt. CPUs, well, we tend not to talk about those. Alright, so we have engines. If I bring engines and electric engines, graphene and CPUs. Let's think about this. This line here, engines and electric motors and electromagnetic turbines. Then we can make these two things. And then if we're continuing this all the way up to here, actually they do not need to be continued up to there because this just needs graphene and CPUs. Now, graphene and CPUs, we don't... Did I end up bringing graphene in here? I did not. So we would need another planetary logistics station to bring in some graphene. We do have graphene on the network. All right. I really should start naming these, but we're in there. Actually, CPU. I could bridge this over, or we could just. I mean, this seems very excessive. Having this over here, one of these over here, just feeding in the requirements for Assembly Machine Mark II, CPUs, and graphene. That's outrageous, isn't it? I love it. All right, let's make one of these bad boys. We need 20 of these, which is probably the graphene. That's the problem, isn't it? Yeah. All right, a problem that we could solve if we had logistics. Do I have some robots on me? I've got the interstellar robots. I don't have any regular robots. All right. There's our graphene. We'll grab a couple of these. Oops. There we go. I did get the comment last episode too. Eva pointed out I brought this here out of the box here. And honestly, we don't really need to be doing that because nope. Let's get rid of these. And what we'll do is we'll just bring out of here graphene. And that was the suggestion from Eva. Can I connect you up to there? Yeah, I can. Perfect. All right. And that graphene is now connected, and this box can just feed in if the production here slows down, or I'll grab some stuff from there. But for now, we can just grab stuff from there. We've got 5,000. We've got 5,000 graphene because no one's using graphene yet because we haven't started doing any of this. All right, let's get one of these made. There we go. And this is definitely something we want to be making a lot of.
Has reached a certain scale. They have formed a Dyson swarm around the star.
Should be able to clearly see it now.
Be able to clearly see it right now.
Well, we can't even see the star because we're on the dark side of the planet.
You have built a ray receiver to absorb the transmission, where Dyson swarm can generate power simultaneously.
Oh yeah, look at that, beautiful. Oh, that's beautiful.
If you want to maintain the Dyson swarm, you have to continue on injecting the solar sails.
It's probably a wise decision now to see that we're actually out of time. But just have a quick double check over here on our settings that we have for the rail ejectors. Do we have a limit on this solar sail total? Is there a way to limit this? Like, are these just going to keep burning sails forever? It seems like it will. And while I think about it, let's pop down the other ray receiver. There's no reason not to have it. If we've got the sails in there's no reason not to have it actually connecting in, is there? Question for those out there still watching. What is the relationship if you have two ray receivers? One on each planet. Do they share the load? Do they each get the full efficiency minus the efficiency, the full amount? I don't know. All right. I think we've still got a ways to go, so we're going to end the episode here. The first half of our mall is done. Basically, this stuff we could have done a long time ago. And next episode we will do the level 2 stuff, which is really the whole point of this mall, was to get to level 2 belts and level 2 inserters and level 2 assemblers, so that we can go back and boost the production of the rest of our base, specifically our yellow science, which, as you can see by the manual research indicator up there, it's just very slowly ticking along. Very slowly, but having some better belts will definitely help that, because we can increase the throughput of basically everything and see how we go. As always, we just want a huge thank you to my wonderful patrons, and I'll catch you next time.